Good morning, students. This is Rajesh Agarwal, your English teacher. In our previous lecture, we completed two stanzas of this poem, A Thing of Beauty. Now let us start stanza number 3rd. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils. With the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make. Gainst means here against the hot season, the mid forest break. So let us see the special words. The very first word is sprouting. Sprouting here means producing. Boon means blessing, and rills means a small stream. Covert means shelter of bushes. Mid in the middle, and break means a thick mass of ferns. Ferns means bushes. Now let us see the explanation of this stanza. Here the poet describes the beautiful things which are present on earth. These are the sun, moon, trees, flowers here daffodils, and the rivers. These are the beautiful things which are found on the earth. Poet says that all these things are like a blessing bestowed on all the creatures by earth. He further describes that the trees provide us with their shade, flowers with their beauty, and rivers with their coolness during the hot season, hot summers. All of these are the beauties of nature which are like a boon for us. Actually, the poet wants to say that nature has given us so many beautiful things which are bestowed by the nature, by the earth to the human beings. So let us see what are the literary devices used by the poet in this stanza. The very first is alliteration. Alliteration means use of consonant sounds at the start of two words which are close in series. For example, S in sprouting shady, S is repeated here. Simple sheep, again S is repeated. C in cooling covert, here C is repeated. In this way the poet uses alliteration. Next one is imagery. Trees giving shade, this is like imagery. Sprouting shady boon, growing process of daffodils, daffodils with the green world they live in. Then clear river streams, like clear rills. These are all the things which create some type of imagery to the readers, to the beholders. Next is antithesis. Antithesis means opposite words placed together. As you can say, old and young trees here used, and these are two contrary words, two opposite words which are used together. In this way the poet uses antithesis. Now let's proceed further to stanza number 4. Rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead. O lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink, pouring unto us from the heavens' brink. See the special words used in stanza 4th. The very first is sprinkling. Sprinkling means a small amount of. Musk rose means wild rose here. Blooms means flowers. Grandeur means high rank, or we can say magnificence, glory. Next is dooms. Dooms means ruins, or we can say death. Mighty means enormous, or we can say powerful. Immortal means never dying, deathless, which never dies. And brink means edge. These are special words used in stanza 4th. Now let us see the explanation of stanza number 4. The poet further carries on with a description of the more beautiful things present on earth, such as the beautiful musk roses, which have such a nice fragrance. Then he described the tales of the mighty warriors who led their lives for their countries or for humanity, or we can say for human beings. He says that these beautiful things are the gifts from God for all of us. They are like a nectar given by God to us. And these are those beauties which are immortal. Immortal means which never dies, and give us a reason to live on this earth despite having so many sorrows in our life. Means in spite of many sorrows or sufferings in our life, we enjoy happiness due to these beautiful things on this earth. So let us see the literary devices used by the poet. The very first is alliteration, use of consonant sound at the start of two words which are close in series. As we can say H in have heard, here H is repeated. In this way the poet uses alliteration. Next is metaphor. Metaphor means when we compare things. Here immortal drinks, beautiful objects of nature are forever, like a never ending portion of a drink. Means beautiful objects of nature are compared with immortal drinks. Then rhyme. Rhyme scheme is used in every stanza of the poem. We can say forever, never, keep, sleep, dead, red, etc. In this way rhyme scheme is used here. Imagery. Bushes full of musk roses, sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. Books describing valor of fighters, means bravery. Valor means bravery of the fighters. Grandeur, mighty dead. God providing us with best things, pouring from the heavens brink. In all these lines, imagery is used by the poet. So I hope students you got all the stanzas, the meaning of these stanzas of this poem. Some home assignments for you. What do you do? Do all the questions of this poem from all the two diagnostic tests given in the full marks books. You have a full marks book in which two diagnostic tests are given regarding this poem. You have to do both the diagnostic tests. And still, if you have any doubt, you can contact me at my WhatsApp number. Till then, have a nice day.